up, YouTube? Every event is inevitable. If it wasn't, it wouldn't happen. It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDUBS Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live.
Mike, you and I are kindred spirits, and I'm pretty sure both of us have the same joke in mind after seeing Carl's intro. Do you want to say it or should I? I'm pretty sure we're thinking the same thing.
You go ahead.
Looks like Carl's got that Arcade1Up bilinear filtering on his camera. You're so blurry, man. You're so blurry and out of focus.
Yeah, but that's how the games looked originally.
Hopefully Carl's internet will catch up with his intensity because it's Friday. Welcome to the Fun House. The Super Game Room dudes are here. Get loud in the live chat. If you're here, let us effing know. Let's do this. All right, I'm your host PDUBS. With me as always, Detroit Love, Michael B. the Game Genie. And Restalgia, we let tag along as always. How you guys doing tonight, man?
I'm a little
Pretty
blurry,
freaking
but outside
good.
of that, I'm fantastic.
Interestingly
Girl, you
enough,
gotta stop using the Arby's Wi-Fi. Like seriously, man.
I was going to say, interestingly enough, my shoulders are a little bit sore from carrying the show for so long. So hopefully you guys can.
I've had a
sit
sore
on this.
It's
You
okay.
had literally nothing.
I had a sore back in 2023. Oh man, that's too funny. All right. Wait, Conti say no volume. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
Turn your speakers up, buddy.
Yeah, you gotta turn your volume on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
unmute.
unmute. Okay. Well, while we wait for Carl's internet to catch up, let's say hi to who's here in the live chat. We got Mitchell's here, El Capitan, Langs is here, Apex, Jim Harper, Constant Kids, Wild Bill's Retro Gaming Show, Conti Dina, Goofy Foot is here, Biggie D's Arcade, Zach, Mike Cock Hurts, Ella Vickman, Darren Kane, Dr. Funk is in the house with the Funkadackles, the Rag Man is here, 19K Fox dropping panties in the live chat. Chris Ford, Andy's Game Room, Carl O, Scott James, Dr. Freeman, and Quentin, JT, Andy, Nerd, Scott. All right, guys, that's all I got time for.
Can I make a comment tonight? Usually,
Wait, hold on. We forgot the most important one, guys. MG is here, ladies and gentlemen. MG is in the live chat 2 weeks in a row. He's gotten shouted out. He can't complain next week.
So can I say something? Usually you alliterate this much more nicely, but tonight you just full on said my cock hurts. Like you didn't even literally try to say Mike Hawk hurts. You just said my cock hurts.
No, because it does. I literally wasn't talking about him. I was talking about me. I was trying to make a point. Which, by the way, guys, I don't know if we should do the joke we planned for later. I don't know.
I think we absolutely should do the joke.
I don't know if we should,
especially if it's at my expense.
I don't think this community can handle it. You know, there'll be professional celebrity YouTubers who are going to go on YouTube and say how childish and immature and perverted we are and how disgusting we are, and you know, I don't know if I can handle that kind of criticism.
That sounds like a normal show.
I might have to shut down my YouTube channel for having a dirty, perverted sense of humor. So I don't know if we should do that joke, guys. I think we should just scratch it. I think we should scratch it.
No, I don't think the audience can actually handle the joke.
We need to let people know what kind of deviants
it's way
we
too
truly
intense.
are.
It's too intense. It's too intense. I don't think they can handle it. They voted, but then again, 80% of our audience voted for an R-rated adult-themed show. But
That's
you know,
true.
we should still be respectful of the 20% who said, "Hey guys, we would like to keep this family friendly." So, you know,
I think we should compromise in that 80% of each show should be R-rated and 20% of each show should be family friendly.
Why
When
don't we just
everybody
do
gets
two
what they
shows?
want.
2 shows.
Oh.
We'll do a family friendly one, and then we'll do the After Dark episode.
I remember you guys know Steve Austin, right? Stone Cold Steve
Yep.
Austin. He had 2 podcasts. I don't know if he still does it. He had the Steve Austin podcast, and then he would do the Steve Austin Unleashed podcast, which was the adult themed podcast. You know what I mean? Because he does have fans who are younger, so he wanted to have a cleaner show for them. So for like the first hour, he would record interviewing his guest, all professional, and then the next hour they would just ham it up. And obviously, the only one I watched was the Unleashed podcast episodes because those were the hilarious ones. You know what I mean? They were hilarious. But anyway, enough of that news. Let's get this off my screen here. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what's going on in the live chat, guys. Jeez, bunch of crickets out there. Wake up! Wake up!
Frank and Beans.
So
I set
you
my
guys,
camera to 720.
You're right
and,
there on the
I'm no
couch.
longer
Put
blurry.
down that Nintendo Switch and pay attention to the show.
so you guys know there's a movie coming out called Cocaine Bear. Welcome to Cocaine Dubs.
I was gonna say PDUBS is the star of that movie. It seems.
All right. I don't know if we're going to talk about Arcade1Up. Oh, hold on. Arcade1Up, Arcade1Up fans, come back. Come back. Sit down. Sit down. They almost walked out. Okay. Sit down. Man, there's a lot of you. Come back. Come back. Get in here. Sit down. So we will talk a little bit about Arcade1Up, but keep in mind, guys, there's no news. Whew. We almost lost 90% of the crowd there, Michael B.
Are you having trouble controlling the volume of your voice?
All right. Let's see here. What's going on here? Oh, do me a favor, guys. I understand that whatchamacallit, that there's a little bit of heat going on outside of this show that has nothing to do with this show. So do me a favor, guys. Keep that off our show. We'd greatly appreciate it. I will have my moderators delete and block people. If you guys got something you want to say it to each other privately or behind the scenes, or do it on your own channels. Don't use our platform for that stuff. People are here to be entertained and all that. So there you go.
I also
All right.
charge $300 an hour to moderate. So if you guys really need some additional help, you can reach out to me privately at restalgia@gmail.com.
Yeah. So sorry, guys, for legal reasons, we can't discuss these things on the show.
Yeah.
But at 1-900 Genie Rumors, you can get all the deepest dirt.
We should do a Genie Rumors hotline.
minute.
The Genie Rumors hotline might take off as much as your Game Genie Tears mug. And guess what, guys? I made it easy for you. If you want to get your Game Genie Tears mug, just walk up to your screen right now and scan this QR code. And
This
for
is
only,
not real.
And for only, no, this is real. I set this up. For only $16.99, you can get a Game Genie Tears mug on Restalgia's Teespring store. Now, here's what's even more exciting. If you use coupon code SGRD at checkout, you will save 10%. That's right, 10%. We're going to
Is
give
it
you $1.70 off.
SGRD or is it SRGD?
It's SGRD, Super Game Room Dude.
So can you do one of
It's a
these for the
joke.
shirt I made on my Teespring store for Nostalgia?
Yeah, we could if we wanted. But this is the only one I made. All right, guys, scan your QR codes now. I mean, Spring notified us that after, months of back orders, they finally caught up to all the Game Genie mug cup orders, and they know people have been waiting, like, when are they going to be back on sale? Guys, they're here. They're in the store. They're in the shop. They got all kinds of children, 8, 9, 10 years old in China, ready to box these things up and ship them to you. So get your Game Genie Tears mug today. Support the cause. 4 viewers have scanned the QR code. 4 viewers. Do you guys see it on the screen?
I saw that. That's incredible.
It said 4 viewers. Mike, we sold 4 mugs. Mike Darrett said I couldn't sell 5 mugs. One more scan, guys. Give me the scan. Give me one more
PDUBS. Whoa. We're not allowed to do that anymore. Remember? We're not allowed to ask people to buy things or donate.
I
YouTube
genuinely
channel has
thought-
merch. You're allowed to promote your own merch. There's
I don't
nothing wrong
know.
with
I
that.
don't know. The police are out there, man.
3 more viewers have scanned the QR code. Here's the thing. I thought for sure if you scan that QR code, you were going to send people to get Rickrolled. I did not think you were actually going to send them to the actual product page. Good for you.
They went to the product page. They went to the page.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right, let's
Mike, you just got to soak it in, buddy. There's going to be a lot of people drinking your tears pretty soon. So.
Okay. All right. I forget what we were just supposed to do. Oh yeah, we're supposed to do a show. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. It was actually one of the most interesting. What? Still got some in my goatee? I still got some.
Oh yeah,
it's one of the most interesting Nintendo Directs we've had in a very, very long time. There's a lot to unpack there, and a lot of exciting things because let's be honest, guys. Although we love our arcades and gaming, a lot of us grew up playing Nintendo Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color, and stuff's on Switch Online, and a whole bunch of games are coming back. Metroid Prime, all that stuff, which is actually out now, which is awesome. And then, of course, iArcade released a free game today for everybody. I mean, come on, man, that's pretty nice. How often do these companies give us stuff for free? AtGames, I do have a little bit of news about when you're going to find out about the National Owners Day secrets and reveals and all that. I've had to do some sleuthing and charming to get some information for you. Also, Arcade1Up. Is there anything even to talk about with Arcade1Up? Oh, Arcade1Up fans, come back. Come back. They stood up again, Mike. You gotta. They're a volatile crowd. They're a volatile crowd.
How'd you get the AtGames information?
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. We'll get to that when we get to the AtGames segment. All right, just making
what
sure.
What is up with PDUBS today?
I'm just making. I'm
freaking
just
me out, man.
They're volatile, man. They're volatile.
Guys,
if you don't talk about Arcade1Up, they want to leave.
Get your skis out, guys. The mountains are powdery.
Okay, see, look, the champagne room. He almost left. And I had to pull him back. Oh man, we had to. Woo. All right, cool. All right, cool. What do you want to talk about first? Carl, it's up to you, man. It's your show.
Well, I would like to talk about the game of the week. See what everybody did. Did anybody get a chance to play Tapper?
Yes.
We'll start with you, Michael B. Did you get a chance to play some Tapper at all this week?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I have my typical games in Tapper. Tapper, it's hard. So you got to use the first couple levels really to jam up your scores. So you're going to play a little bit slower than you would, and then when the tempo picks up, that's when you're really going to start trying to play as good as you can. I mean, it's like any other retro game. Jam up your points in the first couple of levels. Try to survive further you get in the game.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the game. I tell you, I get my anxiety goes out the window once things start hitting the floor. It's a pretty cool game, but like you said, like all retro games, they were designed to take your quarters, right? So you have to be very dedicated to get very far in the game. But I enjoyed it this week. I had a ball with it, but I think I topped out at maybe like 18,000 points or so, somewhere around there. That's about as far as I'm gonna get.
You did better than me, man. You did better than me. I scored less than 10,000. Zach, very funny. Well played, sir. Castle said there's levels. There you go. Conti Dina says Tapper is tough. Now, again, guys, you want to join the Super Game Room Dudes Facebook group, and just in case you need help finding the group, I have a QR code for you right there at the top. right there. Link is also in the video description below. Join the Super Game Room Dudes Facebook group. We're going to be doing games of the week every week. And tonight, you viewers, once again, will pick the game of the week. Last week, you picked Tapper. Let me get this on our screen here. We got to share what our viewers did because this is all about them and less about us. So let's take a look here. I said, hey, guys, game of the week is Tapper. And if you participate and comment on this thread, you might be featured on the next episode. Well, guess what? The next episode is this episode, not next week's episode today. So right now, guys, it's going to happen right now. We're going to feature you on the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's see if we can get in here. So you have Brooklyn Menace. All right, let's get some scores. All right, we got some good one here from who is this? Chuck
Secente.
I can't. Mike, how do you pronounce this? Good Lord. Sesente. There you go. Great last name, sir. This is a picture. I guess he just wanted to share his Tapper cab. Guys, what do you think about that?
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
It looks actually pretty sweet.
Looks like it's a modded Arcade1Up cabinet. But I love the worn wood vinyl look right here on here. I think that
looks pretty badass. Good.
And the Tapper handles and light up marquee. Oh man, this looks really
that looks really authentic. That looks really nice.
Chuck, we love your mod.
Oh, yeah, that's Budweiser. Okay.
How about a shout out? How about a shout out in the live chat for Chuck's modded cabinet? Give him a hell yeah! All right, let's see here. We got some scores coming up here. Okay, so Tina Post Munger, her score was 14,125. You beat me. You beat me.
Third
14.
screen. Third screen.
Third screen.
What are you
Oh
talking
yeah,
that's
she
a-
about?
made it.
That's
Oh
the
yeah, she
third
made it
screen.
to the. Yeah, this is usually as far as I get in this game. And then I get annihilated because what happens is I clear the guys at the top because it's the shortest one, right? So I clear them because they're pretty easy to push them in the back, right? But then it takes me so long to get rid of the guys in the bottom rows. All of a sudden, the guys in the top rows come back, start dropping mugs. I drop them on the ground, and I screw this whole game up. So I can never get past this stage. Eventually, I'll figure out the patterns. Let's see here. Philip killed it. 37,000.
He killed
Whoa.
me.
Yeah, he killed you with all his top 5.
He did, man. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. 37,150 was his high score. Way to
No,
go, Philip.
He didn't kill me with all his top 5. I'd be number 3 on his list. My score was 19,275.
Oh, I stand corrected.
19,275. There you go. 19,275. Let's see if we got more scores. We got Marty Blankmanship. And Marty, 14,075 points and 14,275. I think this is the one he was submitting.
I like
14,075.
that bezel. I like that bezel. That's nice.
Yep.
Carl, there's only one thing you would add to it. Gremlins.
Right.
All right. Now let's do Jeff. Jeff Bidner, of course.
No way.
Oh,
Nix.
yeah, Nix.
Is that the number one
Nix.
score? 60.
Yeah.
Nix, yeah.
61,100. So on his post, he mentioned that MRC, I believe, is his lovely, adorable spouse. And if he's this good at games and she's beaten him in scores, man, she's got it. Now we know where he's getting it from.
He got a 10 million in Saturn already.
Oh yeah, 10 million in Saturn. That's pretty
Yeah.
funny. Holy cow, the QR code is up to 15 scans. That's pretty hilarious, guys. Thanks so much. All right,
Guys,
so-
listen, I don't get a lot of joy when Nostalgia has enough money to eat. I like when he's poor, he's living under the freeway. I don't like that this money is going to his Teespring store.
And of course, Nix is the high score, but coming in at a very strong second place was Glenn Handley. Big shout out to Glenn, guys. 56,000 points! And Tapper, holy cow, what a guy. What a guy. Great stuff, guys. What is the origin of the Game Genie tiers? Well, we could tell that story in just a minute, so let's get this off of here. We'll save all this for later. So we'll save all that for later. All right, so what is the origin of the Game Genie tiers mug, Michael B?
I don't know. I think Nostalgia came up with this stupid story about like I was really upset when people mod things. And then I was like, I don't really care. I have a modded arcade. And he's like, no, it bothers you. That's literally it.
And then we had all the YouTube content creators order the mugs in secret before we revealed them to the public. And then one day we were all on a stream together and everyone had the mugs except for Mike. And everyone started drinking out of them at the same time. And you could see Mike. You guys got to go watch that episode of Super Game Room News. You had Console Kids, 19K Fox, Kongs Are Us. All of us had these mugs. And Michael B's like, what's going on? It was great. You had a great look on your face.
I don't remember
Sort of like
exactly like that. I remember more like, man, I hate Nostalgia.
I got a funny story with the mug. I had
Yeah,
asked
what's
my
up?
daughter to get me something to drink, and I have these Yeti cups which I like because they keep
Yeah.
stuff cold.
My wife likes them
And-
too.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And so I asked my daughter to make me a drink, whatever, and she goes, "Okay, your drink's ready." I go up there, I'm looking for my drink. Like, yeah, you didn't make me a drink. She said, "Yeah, it's in your mug." I said, "What mug? My mug's here. It's empty." She goes, "No, the one over there with your tears on it." She thought that was me in the Genie.
We do
the
look
Genie
exactly alike.
You just have hair. That's all.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious. Thanks, guys. More people keep scanning the QR code. That's hilarious. It pops up on my end. All right, so let's do this. Let's do our poll. Viewers again get to choose what the next game of the week is going to be. Now, this week, unfortunately, I was going to do a Tapper live stream, but I just didn't have time. I played it on my lunch break when I had out there on I played it on my Arcade1Up. What is that? Midway Legacy, the MK30. If that's the one I played it on. I didn't, and of course I didn't have time to set up cameras or anything like that. But I am determined to do a live stream of hopefully the next game. So let's go around the horn here, but let's go counterclockwise.
Hold on 1 second. So the first time we did like an indie PC game, we did Binding of Isaac. This past week, we did an arcade title.
Yes.
Do we want to pick like another console and just go like themed and rotate it out on the week? Or are we just going to randomly pick? Mike, why are you such a Debbie Downer?
I hate you.
You're so angry
Like,
all the
honestly,
time.
like the simplest thing in the world. Hold on, guys. How are we going to do this? Let's add.
I'm
these
asking,
layers
let's
of
have some
complexity
fun.
to it.
Let's pick a Super Nintendo title.
Oh, Nostalgia be like, hey, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's the best game ever.
It is a good game, but that's not what I would have picked.
All right, let's see what you got. Let's see your chops.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Nostalgia, if we did pick a Super Nintendo game, which one would it be? Now you're going to make me bust out one of my pirated devices to participate in this.
So this, I think I'm going to start with a Disney title, and I don't care what anyone. See, Mike's rolling his eyes. He knows for a fact.
Mike and me at the same time.
On the Super Nintendo, the Disney games are some of the best games released for the console. So we're going to go with a game that doesn't get as much love as like the main ones like Aladdin and Lion King do. We're going to go Goof Troop.
Goof Troop actually is a really good game. It's actually one of the best games on the Super Nintendo.
That's literally why I picked it, man. So why are you giving me such shit?
No, I'm surprised. You're not a piece of shit. Like, you actually have some chops.
All right, you want to? Does Goof Troop have a scoring system, like a high score?
I don't know. Mike doesn't have scoring system.
Well, we're just going to play the game and talk about. We're just going to play the game and talk about it. See how far we can get. Well, we could do that too with platformers. Sure. It doesn't have to be, dude. It doesn't have to be high. Now, Nintendo Switch Online, does it have Goof Troop?
No.
Okay, so now I'm gonna have to bust it out on one of my.
Oh no! He said you have to play it on the original hardware, so you're gonna have to buy a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, that's not happening.
I didn't say that, but I think that's true. You have to buy it on a Super Nintendo.
You're assuming that the audience is going to pick that game, which they may not. So Michael B, what is your game?
Are we really going Super Nintendo here?
I'm not. I don't know any.
Let's pick a different console each week. Let's do it so that way we kind of get some variety.
I'm just going to pick my own game and then let the.
Carl's just going to play whatever the fuck he wants.
It does what I want. I'm the grapefruit.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick the game. They're going to pick it, right? They're going to pick whatever game they want to pick. So, Michael, you're complicating it.
Well, I think we should do. I think we should pick games that are on Nintendo Switch Online because I think a lot of our audience have access to that.
That's fair. Okay, I can change my game, but I don't know what's on Switch Online. Give me 1 second.
I got a whole list here, so let me pull it up here.
I know nothing about that. I'm going to just pick my game, and if they pick my game, we're going to be playing on a different platform.
All right, because we got to get to the news, man. We got to get to the news.
All right, I'm going to pick my game here because I'm not stupid. So my game that I want people to play on the Nintendo Switch Online for the Super Nintendo is Rival Turf.
You want everyone to play Rival Turf?
Rival Turf.
All right. Let's see here. So we have Super Mario
Turf?
World. Now, you don't have to play this on Switch Online. I just think a lot of people would have access to these games easily without having to, bust out. If you have original hardware, by all means, do it.
Or a Raspberry Pi, or a Super Nintendo Classic, or a PlayStation, or any, or a computer.
Ooh, I like the idea of Tetris.
I'm going to pick a Nintendo while PDUBS is trying to figure out his game. I'm going to pick my favorite Donkey Kong. So if that's on Switch, if it's on Switch Online,
you're talking about Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong 3.
No, just regular Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Not 2, not 3, just Donkey Kong.
Are you talking about Donkey Kong the arcade game?
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay, so you're voting for an arcade game.
That's not a Super Nintendo thing. That's not what we're doing.
Okay.
You got to pick a Super Nintendo game.
I'm picking Donkey Kong. So free Donkey Kong. Hashtag free Donkey Kong.
There is Donkey Kong Country on.
Then they won't pick it. Then if they're going along with the rules, they're going to pick one of these games you guys pick because they're going to choose. So
yeah. I like the idea of Star Fox. Star Fox is a fun game to play.
Star Fox 2.
I would totally do a Star Fox live stream. All right, hang on. Let's start getting stuff in the live chat here. So here, I got to take this off my screen here. I don't want to be like Mike and put up all kinds of messenger chats on my windows. Which I don't.
Why do you always have to throw shade?
All right. So we got Nostalgia, you were voting for what again? Goof?
Well, am I switching it? Do I have to do an online title, or can I pick anything?
It's up to you, bro. I'm
I'm
going
gonna
Pick
with
go
whatever
Star.
you want.
I'm
I
going
think
with Star. I'm going with Star Fox on the SNES game of the week.
I'm definitely in for Goof Troop. That's where my money is.
And you want Goof Troop on the SNES? Okay,
Goof
Goof.
Troop. On
Okay,
the
so we
SNES.
can just pick anything.
Just pick any
Super-
SNES game.
I was just
We're doing Nintendo.
suggesting. I was suggesting picking one-off Switch Online because I thought a lot of people would have access to it without having to go search through Pi images and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna change.
We have
my
so many
decision.
ways to play all these games, so they have some options.
All right. And Carl, you want Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong, regular, basic.
All right, you
Donkey
just
Kong,
want Donkey
original,
Kong. All right, here's what we'll
OG.
do. Here's what we'll do. It doesn't have to be this, but I like the idea of doing an SNES game and then talking about it, and also want to be able to stream it.
But
All right,
again,
so
they're gonna pick of these four. So
yep. So far we got Star Fox, Super Nintendo, Goof Troop, Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Arcade, Michael B, whatever you want, man.
Run Saber.
Run Saber,
Interesting.
SABER or BRE?
Hurry.
BRE, and is that Super Nintendo?
Oh yeah, sure is.
All right, guys. Polls in the live chat. Let's get this going, guys, because we have a lot of more fun arcade and gaming news to bring to your doorstep. Polls live. Make sure you vote, and make sure you join the Super Game Room Dudes Facebook group and participate with us in talking about and playing these games this week. It's always fun to do this. I enjoyed it the first week. Let's see what people say. Polls live now. Oh man, what did I just do? I think I just screwed that up. Nope, we're fine now. All right, votes are coming in. We got Star Fox is in second. Donkey Kong Arcade is killing it. Man, I suck
What a surprise!
at Donkey Kong. I suck at Donkey Kong. Anytime we put an anytime we put an arcade game in, it's gonna win. That's why you had to choose between 4 last week, and I'm still hurt that a lot of you people out there did not vote for Marble Madness last week. I'm like hurt. I was sulking about it all Friday night. Like, what's going on?
you know what Nostalgia would say about that?
What?
Get good with your
Mhm.
choices. Get
Mhm.
good.
Is there still a QR code on the screen? Because it's because people are still scanning the code. How are
No,
they
they're
seeing
still
it?
scanning the last one.
39. Well, you got people
Well-
that are like tuning in at different times, right?
Oh, they're
So,
watching the show late. Okay.
Nostalgia, P-Dubs, we missed a super chat from Vic Vicious.
Oh, we did. Well, I'm sorry, I was so caught up. Let's see.
That's
How
okay.
far back is it? Is it like really far back?
Down
I
at
hope it-
times,
I
yeah,
found
it's a while back.
I hope I didn't lose it. Hang on.
There it
Vic.
is, right there. It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Okay. All right. Carl, you handle this.
Vic has a super chat. Gave us a super chat for $5. Thank you, brother. It says, "What all cabs will 1UP release in deluxe format? Frogger, Burger Time, Final Fight, Super. I'm sorry, Street Fighter 2, Turtle. Super. What's the Turtles one? I'll never get that
I
one.
think
right.
all of them
Teenage
eventually.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nope.
Mortal Kombat 4.
You'll never see Arcade1Up do another Burger Time, and I don't think you'll ever see them do another Final Fight. I think Street
I
Fighter
hope they
2
never do another Frogger.
I think they'll do another Frogger.
There's a chance they could do a Frogger if they do
Yeah.
a Konami Legacy type cab, but realistically, I think they'll go with Contra next time. I would like for it to be Frogger, but I don't think it will be.
Mhm.
But Burger Time's done. We're what is it? Gmode do business with other companies that put Burger Time on AtGames and also iArcade, so I think that's done. And Final Fight was just a bomb at retail, unfortunately. So I don't think they'll do that. Any Capcom Legacy that comes out is going to have Street Fighter on it.
All
Yeah,
right,
I think
guys.
Frogger will literally leap off the shelves if they do one.
I think
that
so, too.
looks more authentic to the cab. So
Yeah, the problem was the original. Well, Konami is idiots. That's the first problem. And Konami's like, we think the new art looks better. But the other problem is the actual original art is owned by Sega. So there's some negotiations that would have to be made.
Okay, so guys, I ended the poll because Donkey Kong was just obliterating the competition. It was up 47%.
we're supposed to run it to the end of the show. What happened?
Star
You would've
Fox
had a
wasn't that
chance.
far off.
No, because
Yeah.
I know people don't want that blue pole sitting there throughout the entire stream because that annoys me when I'm watching a stream. It's this damn blue box over the live
Once
chat.
you vote, it goes away.
All right. Yeah, but anytime like if you jump out, jump back in, it pops back up. It's annoying as all hell. Anyway, so guys, looks like we're playing Donkey Kong Arcade, played on whatever device you have access to. Make sure you submit your scores tomorrow morning. I'll put a Donkey Kong thread on the Facebook group. Make sure you get your scores. You can post videos, links, just pictures. All of this week, people just did pictures. But guys, if you want to post a link to your gameplay and you want us to show your gameplay, put all that in there. And
you want to dress up like Donkey Kong and post photos, you can do that.
I'll do a Donkey Kong stream, but don't expect the high score from PDUBS. I suck at Donkey Kong.
So, do you want to know what's funny? Carl tried to screw everybody with this, and he's silly. I'm just going to pick Donkey Kong Arcade. But Donkey Kong Arcade is available on Nintendo Switch, easily accessible, and you can play it in Tate mode.
Yeah, Garage Gamer's on strike. He says he's going to play Star Fox anyway. Well, I
might play Star Fox too. It's really good.
Yeah. Make sure you guys play Donkey Kong.
And feel free to play all of these games. That's the point of having all these options.
All right, Wagner's Tech Talk dropping, making it rain here at the nightclub, dropping $15 on the dance floor, saying just wanted to say thank you guys for making Friday nights so much fun. Appreciate you. Well, we appreciate you, Wagner, and let us know what's going on with that game you leaked out from AtGames.
So, that's really nice of Wagner to do that. Like, you expect a super chat like that from a friend, but like from an acquaintance, that's above and beyond.
I love how you two just call each other an acquaintance. That's so adorable. All right, guys, let's get into some arcade and gaming news. We got some quick news bits. So for AtGames, there's already some deals popping up on Amazon, but don't forget, I think next week is it next week? No, the week after. There'll be a lot of big deals on Amazon, and followed by National Owners Day. So I politely sent a note to the people over at AtGames. I said, hey, AtGames, I don't know if you've heard of me. I'm a YouTuber. I've made videos about your products in the past. I'm kind of a new channel.
And they said, I have no idea who you are.
Just listen.
Oh, aren't you that guy, Michael B?
Yeah. So, and I said to him, National Owners Day is like 2 weeks away, and we don't know like what the IP is. We don't know what the deals are. Like, we don't know what the reveals are. The only thing you've done is put out this video saying when National Owners Day is, but no details. So when are the details going to be announced? And I had to smooth talk him. I was like, because if you tell me, I might make a video about it. If you don't tell me, I might not make it. So looks like Monday, guys. Monday. So just a couple days from now is when everything is going to be supposedly revealed. So keep your eyes on AtGames social media on Monday. You might find out what's happening for National Owners Day. And then sure enough, I'm sure a bunch of YouTube people will cover it if they decide to cover it. So we'll see what happens there. So what's interesting to me, though, is they told me Monday, Mike.
They told everybody Monday. Everybody in the Skype chat. They said Monday, you'll get the news.
I'm not in that chat. I'm not in that chat.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You don't want to be in the appropriate marketing chat. You'd rather get personal messages from people you know at AtGames.
No.
Like a friendship type thing.
No, we're not.
Then why wouldn't you just be in the normal group?
No. You're an idiot. All right, guys. Monday is when we'll find out. So I'm hoping they tell us what the new pinball IP is. That's the most interesting thing to me.
How many days away is that?
2
days?
Saturday, Monday, 3. What day is that? Friday. Yeah, Friday.
It's a couple?
Yeah. It's a couple days.
Or is it a few?
I don't give a shit. Monday. God, sometimes you guys say stuff just to get me all riled up. I just calmed down, and now you guys are trying to get me back up.
But we just got 2 more scans on the QR code, PDUBS. Yeah.
Like, guys, you are going to be able to pay for all Restalgia's debt from his mold remediation by the end of the show.
I'm not showing the joke.
Remember, there's also
I can't show it.
code.
You got to show the code at least one more time.
No, I'm not.
Well, and then there was also the code for getting onto the Facebook as well, so they're probably scanning that one as well.
I'm just telling while you guys are there shopping for Game Genie tier mugs, there's lots of other shirts there. So feel free to just fill your cart up, make some purchases. It helps me out a bit. But you get some pretty dope merch.
I still can't do the joke. I can't. I want to, but I don't. We'll get canceled. Cancel culture will come in, and they'll be all the better.
All the better.
We can't do the joke.
Hey,
I want
PDUBS, bulletproof.
True.
What's bulletproof?
We have diplomatic immunity.
Is it because
no
you're
idea what you're
Canadian? You can't be
No.
canceled. Only American
I watched Lethal
YouTubers?
Weapon 2 there a little while
Yeah.
ago. It's
Yeah.
diplomatic immunity.
All right, so
Consider it revoked.
So hold your water for till early next week. Hopefully Monday. You know, AtGames, they tell people Monday, and then Wednesday comes, and then they finally do it. It's like firmware. It's like firmware updates with AtGames.
It was officially announced. We're going to get an update on Monday. They'll be sending out a docket, so everybody will get the news, not just PDUBS.
I didn't say just me. I said the news will be Monday. That's all I said. You got your little chubby all twisted in a knot for some reason. I don't know, man. God, it's like streaming with Carl. It's like we're streaming with two Canadians here. Good God. Thanks for the endorsement.
That was my bad. I clicked.
Well,
the
I'm
wrong
not
one.
in either of
There
the
we go.
chats, so I'll hear from one of you guys.
So somebody's super close to pulling the trigger. Do we offer pickup? No, but PDUBS did offer to hand deliver it for anybody who purchases the mug. So we'll just leave that out there for you.
Get a PDUBS sticker in every mug.
Oh my God, you guys are crazy. All right, Mike, you want to start? Is there anything going on with Arcade1Up while I try? I got
Not really.
thing
Right
here.
now, the only thing going on with Arcade1Up was the weekly retro party announced that they're going to be doing a new show, kind of like a Beat Bobby Flay on TikTok, believe it or not. Restalgia's favorite platform, because he's a millennial piece of crap. So, anyways, TikTok is going to have this new Arcade1Up challenge show where you can face off against Justin Wong.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get something set up here, guys.
Yeah,
you
no
have
worries.
to
So
talk,
you-
you guys
It's all
have to
good.
talk to
Who
Mike.
else has to talk?
When I'm getting the next thing set up, you two got to talk to Mike.
Mike,
So, anyways,
nothing. I just was redirecting.
So, anyways, guys, this opportunity comes up. You can face Justin Wong in, I guess, some fighting games, maybe some other stuff going on. I don't know a lot of the details, but keep an eye on TikTok if you're part of that platform. Millennial piece of garbage like Restalgia, and you can check out this event that Arcade1Up are doing on TikTok. Beat Justin Wong.
You're the best, man. You're the best.
I mean, TikTok's not really my forte. Like, I'm not going to go there to watch something of that nature. Like, I just want to go see people almost getting hit by like cars, and like TikTok is all foolishness for me. If it's not rapid, quick insanity, I kind of jump out. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if that's the right format.
You're just looking at the wrong content on TikTok. I think that's the problem.
I'm still upset that Tumblr got rid of all the porn. I mean, like, I can't jump from all these different.
Oh boy.
You guys are
Oh
hilarious.
boy.
All right. Let's. So that's what's going on with Arcade1Up. They're going to make a big push on the TikTok platform. So there you go, guys. Go watch them on TikTok.
TikTok.
Check all that stuff out. There you go. All right. So and no other Arcade1Up. There's literally nothing Arcade1Up going on. Like
There's nothing going on. Obviously, we're still
no cabinets have shipped. Nothing's up for order. Like there's nothing.
well.
to talk about.
People are getting their cabinets from Shop Hippo. There's Star Wars, Star Wars re-release cabinets, and we're still waiting on a update for what's happening with Arcade1 update. When will we ever get this show? When will it happen? So hopefully soon. And I believe Travis has done some rounds and explained why he canceled the first show. So that's mainly the news with Arcade1Up right now. So,
all right. So, all right.
Yeah.
I have to really censor this, and this is all your guys' fault. Okay. If we get any backlash, let it be known now that PDUBS did not want to share this.
no, guys, this is 100% Carl's idea.
So
I don't know what the joke is.
Hey,
I'm
why
so
not?
excited and nervous at the same time.
so poor Restalgia.
The
As you guys,
anticipation.
we're gonna do this and then we're gonna move on. But everyone in the live chat thinks we don't have the balls to do it, so we're gonna do it. Hang on.
Diplomatic
I think
immunity.
you literally do
All
have
right.
the ball.
No one click.
Oh
on
my
it. Now,
gosh. Oh my gosh. I see what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Now,
you should not
all right.
be sharing that.
You said.
No, I said.
Okay, but I
I
censored it.
jokingly
I
said.
censored it. I censored it. I think it's safe now. I made it so like you don't know what it is.
So
But if you know what it is, why do you know what it is?
Can I lead into this a little bit? I've been thinking about this all week. So, guys,
Of course
Well, Nostalgia said
as
you
you know what,
typically do,
Michael
so
B,
go ahead.
Yeah, Michael B, you introduce this.
So-
Introduce this.
Yeah,
Segment. I can't.
You
talk,
lean
it's
into
so
this one,
funny.
Michael B.
Yeah, it's all Michael B.
as you guys may have remembered earlier tonight, I talked about Restalgia having some trouble with his home with mold remediation. Restalgia's had a rough year with a lot of home repairs on a new home that he's had. So he's recently encountered a new issue. It seems like some of the walls don't have the support he was necessarily looking for, and he's currently looking for somebody that can do some drywall work and maybe a little structural reinforcement for a specific part of his wall. I'm not exactly sure, but he had some kind of grab bar or device that he was
Towel rod.
supporting himself
Towel
on.
rod. It was a towel rod.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
it was a-
supporting himself on
Yeah.
something on the wall, and it just ripped the drywall right out. So
Yeah.
if anybody is in the Ontario region and does drywall work and structural reinforcement, please contact Restalgia. I think you have a QR code for that as well.
I was just trying to do a little bit of gymnastics, Mike. That's all.
that's I can't. I had to zoom in on the picture. Mike, because it's so funny. But Restalgia, you really
Yes,
got to
sir.
find some better quality towel rods for your bathroom.
I think I just need a more reinforced piece of drywall. That's it.
Well, I told
That
you how
looked
to
like it
do
wasn't even drywall. Do you see that? Pull that photo back up. It was pretty much plastic.
No, I'm not putting it back up. I didn't even
No,
want to show it in the
no,
first
Steven,
place. You were begging
Steven,
me
I
all
do have a
week.
question for you.
Yeah.
Now, when that thing is not in use, does it double as like a toilet paper roll holder? You know, to keep your
I got to
your
be honest
tissue
with
on
you.
supply.
One of my favorite things in life is people accidentally taking pictures of stuff like that, like one of those stuck on the wall. Or if you guys are wrestling fans, you might remember a couple years ago, Scott Hall, God rest his soul, he took a picture of his Christmas tree and he said, "Merry Christmas, everybody." It was a picture of his Christmas tree, and then the TV was right next to it, and there was hardcore porn on the TV right next to the Christmas tree. In the
You guys
picture.
are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. All right, so let's move on here, guys. Sorry about the immaturity, but Restalgia's got a lot of work to do around his house, man.
I'm not quite sure what to say. I think you did that very tastefully. I was expecting it to be a little bit less censored.
No. I had to zoom in, man. I couldn't zoom out because then people
I
would
know.
know what. No one knows what it is unless you know.
80% of the people. Yeah, I was gonna say 80% of the people in our
And if
chat have
anyone
no
in the-
idea.
If they know what it is, then you know what? Why do you know what it is?
Can I ask you a question? Like, imagine you actually fell and got hurt like that, and then you had to wait for support. There's a hole in your wall. That thing's stuck in you. What are you gonna do?
Bro, I'm proud.
Oh, you're
I'm
terrible.
proud.
You're terrible.
I was
All right,
just
let's-
exercising, Mike. That's all.
All right, let's move on here. All right, kids, you can
no shame in my
kids- All right, kids, you can come back in. Arcade. Whoa, hold on. All the Arcade1Up fans are walking out again, guys. We might still mention Arcade1Up throughout the rest of the broadcast. Come on.
There may be some developing news as
Yeah.
things go on. And if you want the real dirt, don't forget to call my hotline 1-900 Genie Rumors.
We almost lost.
$9.99 a minute.
We almost lost. Oh, hold on. MG, get back over here. MG almost left, guys. I had to yell at him. He was trying to sneak out the back door, but I got him. He's back. All right, let's talk real quick. iArcade, guys, released a free game for the community on their store. I cannot, I've covered this game on Steam a long time ago, and I still don't know how to pronounce it. Is it just Saturn? Is it Citrine? What is it?
Latrine. Say it like latrine. Satrine.
So it's Satrine.
Satrine.
Satrine. Yes. Now, what's interesting is the version that I covered was the deluxe version that's available on Steam right now for like $4. It's free on the iArcade, which is pretty cool. I mean, hey, you can't complain about them giving you something for free. It's free. Like, what's there to complain about? It's a free game.
Well, there are
but-
free things that you don't want. Like when you buy a new iPhone and you're like, I'm going to listen to some music. And then you're forced to listen to U2 just jamming in your ears. And you're like, I didn't want this.
Yep.
I wanted my Spotify.
And I believe I found out about this game many months ago from Cuddles Arcade. Make sure you guys check out Cuddles Arcade on YouTube. He told me about this game. I checked it out on Steam. It plays wonderfully on my Steam Deck, and I'm a big fan of this game. It's a fun, clone of all classic twin stick shooters from back in the day. Now, what's funny is there's a Citrine Deluxe, and then there's a Citrine. The version that's on the iArcade is Citrine. It's not the deluxe version of the game. Well, what does the deluxe version have that this version doesn't? The deluxe version, it might be kind of hard to see right here, guys, says if you get deluxe, all it does is add global leaderboards and 60 shiny achievements to collect. Minus that, the games are exactly, let me zoom in here for you guys. Minus that, the games are exactly the same. So what you're not getting on iArcade is you're not getting the deluxe version that has leaderboards, nor the achievements that you can achieve during game. Like I made it to level 25 and a little achievement pops up. You're not going to see any of that stuff on the iArcade. You're just going to get the basic version on the iArcade. But hey, it's free. It's free. And I kind of like this game. I had a lot of fun. I put a video out for this one for Steam a long time ago. I can't remember how long ago. It's been a while.
You were definitely the first, and anybody else who did it was definitely copying you.
Oh, stop it.
Anyways, Garage Gamer brings up a point here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Someone else hit something. Probably Carl. No, but is it truly free? I'd argue it's not, because there is a price to play. I mean, you have to have an iArcade. That's the only real cost.
Oh,
so
that's
yes,
true.
It is free if you have an iArcade.
There you go.
Is that a rumor, Mike?
And
No,
I have a question.
Go
I have a
Carol, just
question
one
about
second. One second. So you have to have an iArcade, and you have to agree for the Russian military to have all your personal information. That's the only cost.
But is that a rumor?
What about the iArcade? Yeah.
1-800 Genie rumors.
No, 1-900 Genie rumors. 1-900. Carol, go ahead now. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. I'm just curious because I've never figured this out, and you guys need to help me.
Sure, buddy.
So I have these updates available all the time, and I have no idea how to get them to update. They don't update automatically. There's no button for me to
so
push.
if
How do we do that?
if you turn on your iArcade and you're logged into your account on your iArcade,
Okay.
all you do is go to that game and launch it. And when you try to launch
Mhm.
the game, a pop-up will pop up and say, "Hey, there's an update available for this
Okay.
game."
So you have
And
to launch the game. Okay.
and then you hit
I was
A
looking
or
through
whatever.
settings
and-
on the web. I'm like, how does this work?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep,
So I'll have to
down.
update those.
So
down
Donna Time brings up a really good comment. Guys, before you call 1-900 Genie rumors, make sure you get your parents' permission before calling.
I agree, especially with that picture you sent me and begged me to put on the show tonight.
Restalgia sent you that.
That is true. All right, let's take a look at some gameplay. Michael B, you did a live stream of this game just today, and tell people what you think. You're a big twin stick fan, Robotron and all that mess.
It's not Robotron. It's a game inspired by Robotron. It's like playing Robotron, except you add in power-ups, and it's like you did hit an acid. That's basically the best way to explain it. It's a lot of fun. I had a pretty good run on my last run before I ended my stream. I got to level 20, and I scored 1.337 million, I think. So I was very happy with it. Again, it's free.
Mhm.
I do want to comment on the free thing. This game is also apparently it's a free Linux game as well. So I think that may have played into us getting this version for free today. But I mean, Jesus Christ, it's really, really good. It's free. There's not a lot to think about here. Like the only possible downfall is you're like, running out of space on my iArcade. Like that's literally the only reason not to pick this game up and give it a go.
Yeah, there you go. All right, good stuff.
And
there.
before we move on from iArcade, I do, because PDUBS, I saw your video, which you're probably going to get to later, but I was inspired to give Dungeon. What's the name of this doggone thing that you had the little mini arcade for PDUBS?
Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair. I've tried playing that on my iArcade, and the most amazing thing is I still suck at it. Even with all the cheats that are turned on, tell me when to do it. I still can't get far. It's just I don't know about that game. It's just I just
Yeah.
can't get far on that game. But I always play it in the background because it's an incredible game from my childhood. But back then I stuck with it.
Mhm.
Today I still suck at it. But with even all
Dragon's
the
Lair.
cheats, yeah, Dragon's Lair. I
I
I never get past, like you guys were talking about with Tapper.
Mhm.
Never get past stage 3. I have no
Yeah.
idea what the rest of the story is on.
Well, what here's why I
No
think
idea.
here. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going to be hearing it next week. The cancel birds are going to be making all kinds of noise on Twitter and all that. Just flap it away, the little blue birds on Twitter.
PDUBS
Anyway,
is going
so
to
we-
post the actual photo in the Super
Yeah.
Game Room Dudes Facebook group. So if you want to see the
No,
real
I'm
one,
not.
you got to make sure you join the group so you can see the uncensored picture.
I'm not. All right, so I put
make
the
sure you join our Facebook. The QR code is on the screen. You'll be able to see
All
the
right.
full.
There you go. All right, guys, do us a favor here. Whatchamacallit, let us know what you think about this game coming on the iArcade. I saw some comments in live chat. Let's get your comments right here on the screen on the right-hand side here. I saw positive and negative comments. Some people said it looked bad. Some people said it looked good. Some people have played it. Some people have not. I enjoy this game. I don't walk into this game expecting it to be an incredible experience. You know what I mean? It's a cheesy ass game, but it's still fun. Like when I played it on Steam, on my Steam, it plays awesome on your Steam Deck. By the way, it's a great time on the Steam Deck. Like if you're laying down at night and the wife's got a headache, you know what I mean? You just bust out your Steam Deck and have a good time. Have a good time.
I mean, if you like Robotron, you like twin stick games, you'll like this. If you're looking for a different experience, this probably isn't for you. But again, at the same time, it's free. So I mean, literally, I don't know what the problem is. There's no way you can be upset about a free game.
There you go.
Well,
There you
someone
go.
will. They'll be like, this wasted this week's release. They could have released Mortal Kombat, I suppose.
I love this comment right here. Jason, did I put the... No, I didn't put the right one up. Stop. All right, this one. Come on. Stop. What is going on here?
What is happening?
I don't know. Something's not working for me.
Is it your wiener?
I think it's your Arby's internet.
No, it's my
drywall.
Did my mouse crap out?
I think
God,
I think something's a little bit glitchy with the streaming service.
Nooner?
All right. Nobody click anything. Give me 1 second. All right, it works again. All right, my mouse went nuts. All right, let's move on here, guys. So that's what's going on in the world of iArcade. We'll see what happens next week. There is a ton to unpack from the Nintendo Direct. And Michael B., since you're our Nintendo aficionado, I'm going to have you run this segment, my dude, and I'll just kind of put up assets on the screen.
All right, man.
Watch this promotion. It's going to happen. Watch this, guys. Here it comes. Boom. There you go.
Whoa.
Oh, Restalgia. Like I've always wanted. I'm over you. I'm above you. Look at you, peasant.
All right. That way
you enjoy this, Mike. This will be the last time you have the upper hand.
That way I can focus on getting your stuff on the screen for you during your big speech as to why Nintendo is the greatest company in the history of video gaming. Stringer Films says, here's your $2 with a $2 super chat. Stringer, we greatly appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Galaga Guy 88 has arrived. He's a little bit late, but that's okay, my friend. We will forgive you this time. God, why is this so slow?
Guys, listen, don't make a big deal out about this. This is normal for Restalgia. Restalgia's about him. Like, this is how he likes it.
Oh, my God. Let's move on. All right, Michael B. So I got a ton. Like, I took notes. Michael B., there were so many announcements at the Nintendo Direct. These are the ones that I wrote down that I personally found interesting. And this isn't even everything that happened at the Nintendo Direct. I'm just going to read these off real quick. And Mike, whichever one you want to dive into, we'll dive into. But they had Pikmin 4 footage, Xenoblade Chronicles DLC, Dead Cells, Castlevania, Tron Identity, Bayonetta Origins, Splatoon 3, Disney Illusion Island, Fire Emblem Expansion Pass, Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Nintendo Switch Online announcements with Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, Metroid Prime Remastered, which was huge news, and of course, an amazing Zelda trailer. Guys, that all happened in one Nintendo Direct, and that's leaving off the crap that I didn't find interesting. That's all the stuff that I found interesting. That's a big list of shit.
So usually I go into a Nintendo Direct being more of a classic Nintendo fan. Really, I go in with high hopes, and I'm usually very disappointed because they'll put up something like, it's the newest Fire Emblem DLC, and we've got a new storybook game coming. And I will say the Nintendo Direct started off with the same crap. Like, I'm not that super excited about Pikmin. There was a lot of stuff I just didn't care about. Dead Cells Castlevania was cool, but we already knew about that. So I was like, oh, this is kind of a ho-hum Direct. And then, god damn it, man, they hit with that Nintendo Switch Online news that we're getting Game Boy for the regular Switch Online. And it was so, obviously, this is not the most advanced stuff. A lot of people were hoping for GameCube to be the next iteration of Nintendo Switch Online, and I'm still hoping that happens. But Game Boy games coming, and it's so well done because you're not actually just getting Game Boy, but you're getting Game Boy Pocket, and Game Boy Color. So you have different screen filters that you can run these games through. And the starting allotment of games was really, really high quality too. I mean, Wario Land 3, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, DX, Super Mario Land 6 Golden Coins. I actually prefer Super Mario Land, the original. That one is wild and wacky, so I hope that makes it on there. We also got Kirby's Dream Land, which is dope. Good tie-in for Kirby's Return to Dreamland coming out later this week. You got a lot of quality there. And the cool thing is, like, you're actually going to be able to, when you undock your Switch and go places, you're going to be able to play classic Game Boy on your Switch mobilely. So that's really, really cool. Tetris, I mean, that was the first game I played. It was the first game I played for my regular Game Boy. It was going to be the first game that I was going to play for the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy version as well. Yeah, I was just super happy with this. Like, I was really surprised. Regular Nintendo Switch Online users have been getting the shaft for a long time now. Like, there hasn't been a lot of updates for Nintendo, hasn't been a lot of updates for Super Nintendo. And with Super Nintendo, some of the games quality-wise have been subpar. So this was a great add-on for people with Nintendo Switch. Gargoyle's Quest, everybody loves that game. I don't know if it's not a hidden gem. This was the one where I tuned out and I was like, Game & Watch Gallery, go to hell. But some people might like it. And Alone in the Dark is such a weird one too. I just never liked this style of game. Like, it's a technical marvel for the system. Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, like, so much good shit we got for the original Game Boy right away. Look at that Wario Land 3. I had that one complete in box.
Yeah, I thought this was cool. I mean, I have a couple Anbernic handheld devices that have a ton of these games on them. But it is still, and so we always have access to play these games on pirated devices, right? Like, that's a given. But to see when they do this for people who don't want to fiddle with that, when people who don't want to fiddle with this stuff, by all means, that's pretty cool. And I like the fact that you're able to switch, like Mike said, the colors, right? You could switch in between Game Boy,
let's stop right here. So you got Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages.
Oh, those games are so good.
Yeah,
they're good. That was a tie-in with Capcom. So Capcom, a lot of people don't know this, but they have a rich history of working in the RPG genre as well. So right around this time, they were also making the great Breath of Fire games. They even teamed with Squaresoft to make the original Breath of Fire, and then it was all Capcom for Breath of Fire 2. And I mean, Breath of Fire 3 is the best in the series, original on the PlayStation. So around the exact same time, they teamed with Nintendo to make these two Legend of Zelda games that are completely done in the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening style. They're fantastic. I can't wait till those games arrive. I used to have them. I've never beat them. So they're two of my outliers when it comes to all the Legend of Zelda games I've beat. I don't know much about Pokemon. What is it? Trading card game? That seems like that would be right up your alley. Like, you probably played that on TikTok, you millennial piece of crap.
I have actually played that game. I like it because I was really into Pokemon cards when I was younger. But it's a super niche game. Unless you're actually into playing Pokemon, the card game.
Yeah.
it has no real value within the ecosystem. So
The other thing I really like about what Nintendo Switch Online is doing, the more they release, the less people will be interested in emulation, and Restalgia's channel will finally die that bitter death that I've always wanted it to die.
as long as there's games to play, there'll be games to pirate, buddy.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
But we also got.
So I have
Go
a
ahead,
question,
Carl.
guys, because I'm not. This is not from my genre. You know, my sons used to play all those games that you guys are talking about. But I know I remember him playing like Pokemon Silver and those type of things. Are those games available on the system?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I imagine that they're probably going to do like this. The way that they're releasing all this stuff, it really feels like the Wii Shop all over again, where like there's a lot of those titles, the initial titles are coming in, and things like the Pokemon games, we saw that released towards the end of the life cycle of the 3DS, I think, or maybe it was the whatever it was. Those like Pokemon titles specifically, they're probably gonna not release those for a very long time. They'll wait for some sort of like anniversary event or something like that.
Okay.
Love what Carl wrote right here. We're always going to need Nostalgia for the.
So every year.
I'm waiting
Every
for the
year you're gonna need
2020.
an
I'm waiting for the videos. How to hack?
No.
your Sony.
Did,
See, I'm smart. I'm gonna
Tell
wait
me,
till
tell
like
me.
November to release the 2023 guide, so that way in January I can just like
Yeah.
re-release the same video and just change it to
Nice.
2024.
So did you see B Kong, who thinks I don't watch his channel? He's half right. So anyways, B Kong, who thinks I don't watch his channel, put up a video the other day, how to mod your Arcade1Up Star Wars in 2023. God
Yeah.
bless him.
Yeah, that
Good
was
for
awesome.
him.
That was awesome. But
Oh,
speaking of
we
awesome,
didn't finish 1 second. We didn't finish talking about Game Boy because we also got Game Boy Advance.
We do have Game Boy Advance.
yeah. But did they tell us any of the games?
Oh,
Yeah,
big time. We
there's a
already
ton of
got
games
games.
on
It's
there, yeah.
live.
Oh, that's right. It went live immediately. Immediately after their stream.
So we got the worst Mario Kart game ever made, Mario Kart for the Game Boy Advance. It is,
And they were so proud of
literally
it.
is. But we got like Super Mario Advance 4. We got. I'm really excited about this because I've only ever beat the game once before. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. Can't wait to go back and play through that again. I was disappointed we never got Metroid Fusion off the hop, because that's an excellent game. I want to play that. So that is coming in the next iteration of games coming out for the Game Boy Advance. Also, they showed Golden Sun. I know that's so niche, but I love Golden Sun. So I was excited to see that there too. So yeah, impressive for the Game Boy Advance lineup as well. The only one that means so much to me for the Game Boy Advance that we're not going to see because it's already out is the Castlevania Advance Collection. So you won't see any of those Game Boy Advance Castlevania games show up on this. Same as on Nintendo Switch Online, we never saw any of it, except for Genesis Castlevania Bloodlines. We've never seen any of the Castlevania games pop up. So I anticipate it being the exact same. Like those games are iconic with the Game Boy Advance, but I don't think we'll see them on the actual Switch Online.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. My internet's crawling, so my apologies, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I don't crash out here. But Mike, can we talk about this now? Because I'm a little bit more excited. I'm a little bit more excited about seeing this bad boy, and actually, this ended up being released right after
away
Nintendo Direct, and I took a peek at there's a lot of modern gamer YouTube channels out there, right? And whatchamacallit? They've put out some reviews and opinion pieces, and most of them have been pretty positive about this Metroid Prime remaster from the GameCube version. So
yeah, I mean, the first Metroid Prime was a stellar game. Like you go back to the day when it first came out, it was 10 out of 10 across the board. Everybody loved it. But what they've done with this remaster has like big time Switch channels saying, I didn't know the Switch could look this good. And I mean, this is a GameCube game remastered, and they're saying it might be the best looking game on the Nintendo Switch of all time. I've never beat this game despite getting it launch, and I bought like every iteration of it that came out. I think people were kind of caught off guard that it was just Metroid Prime 1. There's been rumors for years now about the Metroid Prime trilogy from Wii being remastered and being released as one disc. But we're just getting Metroid Prime 1. I was a little skeptical about it until I saw the price point. Price point is very fair at $39. Usually Nintendo likes to apply the Nintendo tax, and I was thinking this was going to be a full price game, but $39. I've already got my physical copy pre-ordered, which I'm hoping is going to be here February 22nd. I'm very jealous of you lucky people that are playing it digitally right now, but I'm old school. I want to get my physical copy, so I'll wait.
Stuff, man. Good stuff. I saw your buddy RGT85 gave a very positive video on this today. I saw his video.
Oh yeah, he loves it, and I think one of the things that are really exciting is the depth they went in with the controls. That's one thing that's been a little bit tricky with this game, regardless of which version you play with it. Because if you play on the original GameCube, like, you don't have that twin stick that we're more accustomed to from playing modern shooters. They've added it for this one, but you can still play with the original GameCube controls. And if for some perverse reason you like waggle controls like on the Wii, they even added those too. So whatever way you want to play, it seems like they've got you covered.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Can we do the big headliner right now? Because this is probably the one that I was most excited to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. So of course we finally got another video for Zelda, the new Zelda game. And dude, I thought this was great. I was really impressed with this because all the footage I think we've seen so far for the next Zelda game on the Switch was pretty much like just showing you what was happening like up in the sky, like him flying around, jumping the sky, or falling from the sky. Like that's the only footage they showed us, right? And in this one right here, we actually have him on the ground. It's cool. It sounds like you're going to be on the ground and then also up on here, kind of like Avatar, the floating city world. You know what I mean? Like, but we actually got some footage of what was happening down below, and a kind of a hint towards the storyline. And I got pretty excited about this. I'm looking forward to this. I have a feeling this is going to end up consuming me the way some recent RPG games have consumed me. Because, Mike, I think I'm like 28 hours into God of War now, Ragnarok. Like sometimes these games will just consume you, and that's a lot of time to spend on one video game, right? But I think this looks great. Guys, let us know in the live chat. Are you excited about the next Zelda Link game? Let me know in the live chat. I'm stoked. I'm stoked because this was the launch game for the Switch, right? Like we all got the first copy, the first game. And Nostalgic, you played the first one, right?
I sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this game. I absolutely love this game. I actually think it's my favorite Legend of Zelda game that's ever been released. Now, Mike might disagree, and he's allowed to be wrong, but I think that this is probably one of the best that's ever existed.
Look at that. Does it look great? Like,
it's incredible.
Whether you're in the floating city or whether you're down on the ground, you're going to be having a damn good time. I'm excited.
I will admit, I'm a little bit concerned by these vehicles. It seems a little Legend of Zelda nuts and bolts to me. If you remember that terrible Banjo-Kazooie Microsoft game where it was all about vehicles. So I'm a little concerned about the vehicles. I hope that's not too big a focus or not something that will kind of mess up the experience. Like in Batman,
May 12th, by the way. Did you see that?
Yes.
May 12th.
Oh, I got made fun of pretty hard on Twitter because I said from the Nintendo Direct, I hope they give us a release date, and everybody was like, "It's already May 12th." And I was like, "There was rumors it was going to be delayed." That's what I meant by that.
Well, hasn't it been delayed though? It was supposed to come out like last December or some shit.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to unpack. Like if you really want to go into deep rumors and speculations on this, this was just a little tease for my hotline. But if you take a look at it, there's got to be some reasoning behind this game having the more modern pricing, the PS5 and the Xbox Series S high tier pricing of in Canada, it's going to be $89, and in the US, it's going to be $69.
Yeah, $69.
So it's up on the high tier pricing list around the PlayStation 5 and the more high tier Xbox Series X games. So I think there's something more going on here. I don't think we know anything yet, but something tells me something's up with this. Why would you only do one Switch game at that new price point?
What if all the new Switch games that are AAA are going to be that price point? What if this is just the tip of the iceberg?
I think there's more. I just got a weird feeling there's more to this. And here's the thing, we've been bit by this so many times. How many times have we been promised a Legend of Zelda game and somehow it ends up being a dual release between consoles?
I feel the same way that you do about that. I actually said right before they did their Nintendo Direct in our group between the four of us, I was like, they're gonna do Legend of Zelda, but then they're gonna tell us something about a new console. And I was obviously wrong. There was no new console, but there's still lots of time. Nintendo's one of those companies that's like, hey, we're doing a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. You better check it out. And a million people show up to watch it live. So like,
yeah, and I mean, I don't think they're coming out with the Super Switch or Switch 2,
no,
but you could see a slightly upgraded Switch. Like, remember we got that 3DS, the new 3DS that had
Yes.
the better face tracking and
Yep.
more powerful
it had the little
chipset.
nub on it
Yeah,
too.
so I think there's a possibility, and I know I'm going deep into the rumor hole now, but I think there's a possibility we may get an upgraded Switch where it'll be optimized for Tears of the Kingdom to run on it, but Tears of the Kingdom will still run on the old one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's entirely possible. Who knows? Nintendo is a wild card all the time because
They released Metroid Prime out of
I know
nowhere.
that's what I mean. They're just a
They were
wild
like,
card. all
"Hey
the time.
guys,
Is it
Metroid Prime, the first time you're ever getting a look at it, and it's available right now."
Yeah,
how much are brand new Nintendo Switch games that are the big titles? How much are they usually?
$59.
$10 cheaper than the current price.
Yeah.
All right. So for the cost of a Big Mac or two, people are going to scream and cry. Like, I honestly don't care. I'll pay $70 for this game. If it was $70 for some other piece of crap game, I wouldn't pay for it. But I'll pay $70 for this game. $10? Jeez,
Yeah.
I spend more than $10 in whining every week, just complaining about crap. You know what I mean?
Did anybody here opt in to
$10.
try to pre-order the collector's edition? Did anyone have any interest in the collector's edition?
Yeah, I did, and I could not get one.
Oh, I had it. I didn't get it because I just wasn't interested in it. I was surprised. I thought there would be
Where
like
did you
something
go?
like. So I saw it on Best Buy's website, and I saw it. No, just only available on Best Buy's website when I saw it. But
Okay.
but they actually didn't. They went live with that later than like EB Games or I guess GameStop and all the other retailers. But yeah,
I'm pissed. I kept checking GameStop for Tears of the Kingdom, and just the original came up. I never had a shot at the collector's edition.
I was seriously considering it, and then I saw what you got with it, and I know the price wasn't like that much more expensive, but I was like, I don't really care about pins. Like everything else is, you get like a steel box, and
Nostalgia.
it just wasn't.
You don't want
it wasn't
pins.
special.
You don't want pins just so you can stick them into your flesh. So for once you could feel something.
Oh my god!
No, because it's only skin deep, brother. No, I was expecting like with a title like this, I thought they were going to do some sort of like figurine or like some sort of like display, but they didn't. So I was just
They
like,
had
nah,
another
it's a lost
figurine
opportunity.
planned, another pack-in planned, but it sticks to a wall. But they heard too many rumors about them ripping the drywall off the walls.
The problem is people tried to hang off of it, and then it would break the drywall.
All right, Mike, we're cutting it really close on time, so pick one of these that you would like to talk about. Splatoon 3, Xenoblade Chronicles, Disney Illusion Island, which I know Restalgia would love to talk about. Any of those you want to address? Because we're cutting it short on our time.
All that shit is terrible. That didn't interest me at all.
I want to talk about that fashion game. You know what I'm talking about, Mike.
That was the worst. I'm sitting there. I got a board meeting, so I'm going to miss some of the Nintendo Direct. And all I saw before my board meeting was crap. So I had to leave like right before the Game Boy Advance announcement. And then I start opening like my social media, and they're like, Metroid Prime, Tears of the Kingdom, Game Boy. And I'm like, son of a throwing tables. All I saw was that stupid fashion game.
We got a what is the mug count? $2 super chat for Mitchell R. Well, I can't tell. I don't know for sure how many have sold, but over 173 people have clicked the QR code during this broadcast.
Nostalgia, you're eating food tonight.
Yeah, we're buying bread, baby.
Yeah, and they said we missed some super chats. Sorry, guys. I don't know who we missed. Like
Yeah,
I
there's a
told you,
couple.
my internet's crawling, and the live chat is moving really slow for me, so I'm not seeing stuff.
Yeah, I think those QR codes are messing with the
Mitchell,
stream.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to not use those ever again because they're really delaying what's happening here. Mitchell gave us $2, but there was no message attached. We appreciate that. And if I missed another one, I apologize. But yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
the QR code thing that they have linked here is making the stream drag, so we're not gonna do this ever again. It was just funny to use it because it's something new that got
So
added.
I'm not gonna get to sell my Nostalgia piece of shit shirts. Well, this is
Maybe.
sweet as
Maybe.
plum.
Yep. Oh, by the way, who are you guys really quickly before we go? Guys, throw it in the live chat. Who is your pick? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? My pick is not the Eagles. Yeah.
I'm going Kansas City too. Mahomes. He's hurt though, so that's what I'm worried
Yep.
about. But I hope Kansas City wins.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Put it in
kind
the
of
live
hard to
chat.
bet against KC. Those guys are a beast, but Philly's been playing strong. I got to go with the Iron City, Philly. So I'm going with Philadelphia.
Okay, so you're picking Eagles. You're KC. I'm KC. What about you, Nostalgia? Do you know what American football is?
I have no idea. Never heard of it.
I wouldn't ask Nostalgia. His favorite football team is the Carolina Panthers. He knows nothing about it. And that's not a joke. That's a real thing.
My favorite team is the Carolina Panthers. I will take that. I will take it. I think they're a great team. But if I actually don't know the stats of either of the team. I haven't really followed the season that much, but I'm going to piggyback off of Detroit Love, and I'm going to say let's go Eagles. Only
Stardust.
So that way we got 2 versus 2 here.
I got you. All right, cool. Well, it's a tie, and no matter if it's always 2 versus 2 between the 4 of us, that means the viewers win. So there you go. PS, can I say something real quick? PSVR coming in 12 days. Here's what I'm telling you guys about this PSVR stuff. I'm waiting. I'm not going to be first. I'm not going to jump on it. I'm going to wait a while. I mean, I have my Meta whatever VR
Oculus,
thing that I haven't had time to play with. I don't know if I want to buy another VR thing, but also I want to see like real world what people are saying. Like once it gets out there, the feedback. So I'm waiting for reviews and real world opinions and population stuff before I jump on it. So I don't know, Nostalgia.
And I'm waiting.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for Nostalgia to hack it, and then I'll consider it then and only then. Otherwise, I'll stick with the Quest.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got mine pre-ordered. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it yet. I'm still deciding. The starting game lineup is pretty weak. A lot of the games, in fact, most of the games are cross-platform that you can get anywhere else. And like you said, we've got the Meta Quest, so I can play most of those games through PC VR. I'm not 100% keep my pre-order alive or not, but I'm very tempted to, just because I want to experience it. So, but I did hear it's like really good. So I guess we'll see.
Man. Good stuff. All right, Mike, we hit our time limit, dude. Time to put a pin in it. You're in.
Can I just say my last comment?
No.
Yeah.
Can we all agree that we're not excited for the halftime show this year?
Who's in the halftime show?
Rihanna, for some reason.
So
Girl, don't
stupid.
stop the music. Like, I am not going to be satisfied until we get a Weird Al Yankovic halftime show. That is
I
the ultimate
agree.
halftime show. It needs to happen.
I agree.
You know, there's a Weird Al Yankovic movie with Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al Yankovic. It's like a biography of him. Did you know
that is not the Weird Al Yankovic movie. The Weird Al Yankovic movie, the only one we recognize in this goddamn house is called UHF. Get it right, Nostalgia.
They keep picking these. Oh, we lost Carl. They keep picking these pop stars. Let me fix this. They keep picking these pop stars, and unfortunately, like
pop stars. What are you talking about? Wasn't last year like all the rappers?
Well, no. Besides last year, they did something different last year, which was cool. They brought in, and it was great seeing all those guys again, right? But I really wanted to see, like rock bands bands. You know what I mean? Like kicking ass in the middle of the Super Bowl arena. That's what I want to see. It's like they bring in Lady Gaga, they bring in Katy Perry, they bring in Justin Timberlake. And I understand these are huge, huge popular stars. But I don't know, man. I want to see the rock bands, you know? That's what I want to see.
So,
yeah.
Really quickly, and Carl, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off and come back. Thank you for coming back, by the way. So I'm shocked that an iconic rock group, one of the most iconic rock groups of the 80s and 90s, got back together 5 years ago, and they haven't tapped them on the shoulder to use them. How cool would it be to have Guns N' Roses perform live at the Super Bowl?
That would be awesome, in my opinion. I would love it. I would love it. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for this week's Friday Funhouse. Another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes in the can. You guys can go enjoy your weekend. All of us have YouTube videos coming out in the next couple of days, except for Restalgia. So don't worry, nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. And do us a favor, if you enjoyed the broadcast, clicking that thumbs up button is so important. It's so important. It helps the show grow. It helps us achieve new heights, new wonders. Give us a thumbs up on your way out. Click that subscribe button. Carl, send these mofos on their way, and go Chiefs.
All right, guys, we appreciate you. We love hanging out with you guys every Friday. I always try to leave you guys with a show to watch. I want you guys to check out Interstate 60. It's a pretty cool show from 2002. I had never heard of it before, but it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna finish that once I get off the show. We appreciate you. We love you. Until next time, we'll see you on the web.